So the TOMATIS method has a broad range of applications, and I'm excited to add it to my already quite rich arsenal of therapeutic and remedial techniques that I use for each person who comes to me, who needs, everybody will come with a different story. Someone will reach out and say, I want to, my voice isn't not responding. I've always had a weak voice, or I don't like my voice, or I want to reduce my accent. These are wonderful things that I have helped people with. But ultimately, what I'm really interested in is to help lead you back to the core essence of who you are through the discipline, the yoga, if you will, of singing. Singing is really as Pavarotti, the great tenor, the late great tenor, reminded us, singing is the most difficult sport on the planet. It's an athletic art. One's developing one's body. Opera singing, he was talking about actually, that opera singing is certainly the most difficult sport. But many of you are not coming to be opera singers, but you do have a deep desire to connect to your authentic voice and to find a way to be able to access your performing reliability, so that when you're performing in a podcast, or you're performing in front of a live audience, or wherever it is that you need to actually deliver, that you have a technique and a way of warming up and a foundation in your entire approach to the mind-body sound complex that gives you those reliable performances. So if that's something that's interesting to you, let me know. What I love about the TOMATIS method is that it can, with the combination of the vocal training and the vocal coaching, the intuitive, the somatic, the therapeutic that I do, I'm able now to branch out into reaching and helping those populations that are having learning difficulties, that perhaps are very talented, but maybe they are suffering from ADD, ADHD. For example, I have a student like that right now, brilliant, wonderful singer, but definitely the issue of focusing and learning and being still and taking direction, that's very difficult for that student. And of course, when we're doing music and we're working with others, we have to be able to cooperate. So the TOMATIS method, through the sound, the music, and the voice therapies that are administered through a special modulated recordings of mainly Mozart and some Gregorian chant, and also some other music, plus the client's own voice, which is modified and played back to them in a special way. Your brain gets new pathways through the brain's connection stimulation with the ear, and the ear's ability to listen, discern, and make judgments on what to anticipate and how to project ahead, which causes what we call listening, which is a lot different than hearing. So I'm very excited to be able to really help this next group of people that have so much potential, and that we have many young people today who are very, very gifted, but they do have, many young people today are suffering from a variety of learning problems due to many reasons. So if this is something that's of interest to you as a parent, please reach out to me and we can talk. And I also look forward to those inquiries that you're looking for an individualized program. Now, eventually I will have some sort of buy-in system where you can buy, a pre-recorded package. But I really think that working with people in the moment, in a Zoom setup, which I've done before, or in person, is much more effective, because it's in the moment, and you're working with my full capacity to help you in that moment. So as a group, sometimes it's very helpful to see other people struggling with similar problems, and then the different solutions that help. Ultimately, every singer and every speaker and every learner is unique. That's why the individual coaching is very important. The supplementation of group is very helpful as well. So if you have questions, comments, please put them below, and I look forward to joining with you again in other formats, and to see you soon.